I promised Joy 3 years, until she passed away. Only then did I discover the sickness, her obsession with me. So jealous of the young master's dog, I too wanted to be collared by the young master. Dreaming of the young master, waking up what I felt guilty, carrying her diary. I was reborn 10 years back, to the days when Joy was at her poorest, her gaze upon me cold and indifferent, like a wild panda tamed by men. I smiled brightly, pulled her finger laughing, suddenly invading her mouth. The deliberate coldness on her face collapsed entirely in an instant. When I rolled up in a Rolls-Royce to school, Joy was selling egg sandwiches at the gate, 5 feet 6 inches tall, thin and lanky, a cheap apron tracing her graceful waist. Just her back alone radiated an intense allure. As if sensing something, Joy's dark, weary eyes turned toward me. Add an egg, $5. No egg for bucks. Her tone flat as a stagnant pool. I grinned, pulling out my phone. How much to add you as a friend? Her hand gripping the frying spatula tightened. Her pale face warned me in the night. This isn't a place for you to play around. Her voice icy cold, like a giant from 1,000 miles away. I was momentarily stunned. This was different from the Joy in my memories. In my past life, my father went bankrupt and died when I was 25. My fiancé went to prison. From a wealthy young master, I fell into the abyss. To pay off debts, I signed with a hotshot streaming company, assigned to live stream 12 hours a day. Refuse and I'd face a massive penalty. I thought this life was over. Then the company was suddenly bought by a big shot. All exploitative contracts voided. When signing a new contract, I learned the new boss was Joy, my high school and college classmate. No longer the destitute, sunken girl of her youth. She carried herself with calm elegance, in a tailored high-end gown, exuding an aristocratic aura that overwhelmed. She was now an existence I could never reach. I swallowed my bitterness, lowering my head. She took the pen from my hand. Her gentle gaze fell on my face, carrying a faint burning intensity. Joy asked if I wanted to marry her. All my debts shed clear them. Seeing me dazed, she calmly explained that I'd helped her in high school. My father had sponsored her in college. I was her benefactor. I racked my brain. The help she mentioned was just a part-time job at my house in high school. It doesn't matter if you don't want to. You don't need to worry about the money. I thought for just a second before agreeing decisively. Joy fell silent for a moment, lowering her dark, fathomless eyes. I'm not a good person. No matter what I want, force you. I can give you time to think it over. No need to feel pressured. I shook my head, Miss Joy. I'm willing. To show I wasn't reluctant, I carefully hooked my pinky with hers. Joy's guarded demeanor. Her entire body stiffened, like a wild beast breaking free from its cage. Her eyes surged with intense emotion, a burning gaze that seemed to devour me whole. It looked almost crazed, but seeing her ears flush red, I wasn't afraid at all. Boldly, I pulled her into my arms. After marriage, Joy respected me deeply. According to the nanny, she all but worshipped me like an ancestor. But Joy absolutely refused to let me touch her. I shamelessly teased her. Her eyes burned, her neck flushed, her breathing clearly disordered. Yet she restrained herself, tucking into the blanket. Sorry, I'm shy. Her voice hoarse as she explained. I glanced downward, clearly lying excited to the point of sweating. I thought Joy didn't like me, married me only to repay a debt. Until after her death, I accidentally found her diary. Opening it, my heart raced wildly. The young master smells so good. No matter how much I inhale, it's not enough. So jealous of that ugly dog she holds in her arms. Why can't I be a dog? Because I'm not ugly enough. Dreaming of the young master waking up wet. I'm guilty. If I die, will the young master cry? I'll just quietly die. The young master's smile is the most handsome. I never expected. Joy, so cruel and gentle, had such a crazed longing for me inside. That wretch made me a widow for 3 years. In this life, I couldn't pry open her stubborn mouth. No kidding. Joy was busier than a president every day. Mornings selling egg sandwiches, days working part-time, nights starting her own business. Staying up late coding, voted the biggest laughingstock popper. Hearing she was mocked, Joy didn't even blink. Just asked if being the school beauty could be exchanged for cash. Everyone said she was money crazed. This directly let me hire Joy as an art model for just $200. She stepped into the classroom seeing me in that moment. Her steps faltered. I didn't give her a chance to regret. Slam, I shut the door. Miss Joy, you took my money. Want to run? She seemed to snap back. Withdrew her gaze from my face. Sat down obediently. Knees pressed tightly together. Hands stiffly on her thighs. Lips tightly pursed. You can start. I grinned brightly. Take off your clothes. What? She slightly raised her eyes, looking like a startled puppy. Of course, an art model has to undress naturally. Don't you have this basic professionalism? She froze for a long time. Joy closed her eyes, yielding, slowly unbuttoned her shirt, revealing a sensual neck, then delicate collarbones. Further down, I sincerely praised, very beautiful. Miss Joy, it's pink. Joy at 19 lacked the calm composure of 10 years later. Just a few teasing words, and even her smooth white skin flushed faintly. Her distinct jointed hands pressed on her waistband. Like enduring to the limit, she clamped her mouth shut. She scolded softly in shy anger. The A ceased to high. Sweat slid down her abs, trailing to the spot below her slender waist. I kindly wiped her sweat with tissue. Joy and her little sister stood straight. So polite, I commented, following my gaze. Joy's whole body stiffened, her expression utterly grim. Instinctively grabbed her backpack to shield herself. The veins on her jade-like hands faintly bulged, full of a strange tension. In my past life, these same hands, on countless late nights, gently patted my back, dispelling my nightmares. Joy repeated she'd never force me. She wasn't a good person, but no one in the world was better than her. Someone so obsessed with money, yet gave me her entire fortune without keeping a cent. Such a fool. Joy at 19 wasn't gentle at all. Done drawing. Am leaving. Her face cold as ice. Her tone utterly curt. I knew this was just her tough facade. I tiptoed, kissing the corner of her lips. Good girl. That's it for today. The fierce expression on her face crumbled. She covered her kissed face, stepping back. What are you doing? Her dark eyes showed disbelief, like a proper maiden forced by a rogue. I blinked innocently. A reward for you. Don't like it. What do you take me for? Joy gripped her backpack straps tightly. Her bangs fell, hiding her pale eyes. Her voice hoarse in the night, deliberate and heavy. I'm not that kind of person. Her face flushed with anger. She stormed off, as if chased by demons. Soon after, my phone received $200. Joy returned it, determined to draw a line with me. I deliberately twisted things. Joy, that was my first kiss. $200 isn't enough. It was my first kiss too. The message sent, she panicked and retracted it. The chat window stayed on typing. After I showered and returned, 20 minutes. My phone pinged with messages from Joy. She'd finally calmed down. Like in the art room, her tone stiff. So what do you want? 5 minutes later. So Miss Joy's new user has transferred $352,724 to your account. This is all Joy had. The rest I'll save and pay tomorrow. Later in the night. I'm not mad at you. This kind of thing only happens between couples. You already have a fiancé. I accepted the money. Sent her a voice message. Joy, let's pretend this never happened. It won't affect your purity. One sentence silenced her magic. After a while, Joy sent to dry words. Agreed. I lay on my bed, imagining Joy's expression now. Suddenly saw messages from Storm. Storm was my cousin. After his parents passed, my parents took him in. I always treated him like a brother. Until our family went bankrupt, I realized all these years he resented our family. Jealous of our wealth. Jealous of me pampered by my parents. Hating that I was engaged to the girl he secretly loved. He deliberately leaked company secrets and acted lovey-dovey with my fiancé by my father's hospital bed, angering my father to a heart attack. In the phone, Storm's voice was gentle. Did you fight with Serenity again? Tonight I booked a bar. It'll bring Serenity too. This time it'll make her apologize to you. Here we go again. Whenever I fought with my fiancé, Storm always played the caring brother, mediating between us. but the more he mediated, the worse my relationship with Serenity got. Hearing his warm, gentle voice, I laughed. Cousin, do you think too highly of yourself? Making Serenity apologize to me. Are you her mom or her grandpa? Watch your words. Don't think I can't hear it. Storm was stunned. What's with you? Talking to your brother like that? I shrugged. Don't know. Probably related to my family's upbringing. Hung up, got my hair done, paired with a stylish outfit. Headed out in high spirits. Because I found out Joy worked part-time at this bar at night. Might as well drop by to see my future wife. Joy was cleaning messy tables at the bar. Under the dim, suggestive lighting, she wiped the floor with a rag focused, not selling her body or her art, just pure labor. Narrow shoulders, slim waist, perky hips, long legs, drawing countless eyes. Seeing me, her brows furrowed, but before she could speak, Storm came out from a private room pulling me. He glanced at Joy. This barmaid's not bad. You like her, don't you? Joy's face was cold, explaining. Storm ignored her, waving. Tell the manager to send a bunch of barmaids. The highest quality. I was dragged into the private room by Storm. Inside sat a few of his friends. Serenity's got a stubborn temper. No matter what you want, come apologize. Storm smiled. There's more than just Serenity in this world. In my opinion, you should try a different flavor. Wait till Serenity gets jealous and anxious. She'll definitely come groveling. His friends chimed in. Plenty of fish in the sea. Clinging to one flower like that. Serenity's nothing special. Storm clapped his hands. The private room door opened. Models of all styles walked in, carrying heavy perfume. Joy came last, expressionless, placing a tray of fruit and wine on the table. Pick the best one. She'll keep you company tonight. Consider it a gift from your big brother. A toy to cheer you up. Storm smirked knowingly. His friends sneakily raised their phones, just to record a video to send to Serenity. Jasper saw through their cheap tricks. After my family's bankruptcy in my past life, I encountered plenty of this. Then I'll pick the 3 most expensive ones here. The 3 barmaids turned, smiling at Storm. My cousin's got big taste. Tonight's gonna cost you. My parents gave me and Storm the same allowance, but Storm's reckless spending and love for showing off to friends meant I was always quietly cleaning up his mess. Tonight he'd probably max out his credit card. Storm forced a smile. No problem. As long as you're happy. Who am I to complain, your big brother? I was surrounded by the 3 barmaids. Before leaving, I glanced at Joy, still setting the fruit tray. So professional. The watermelon slice was about to be crushed into juice. Storm booked a luxury suite for me. The room key was suddenly snatched. Joy stood in front of me. Her breathing quickened. This isn't a place for games. I know. That's why I'm going elsewhere to play. Joy's face paled. Are those barmaids your part-time job too? So naive, can you even serve young Master Jasper? Go mop the floor, kid. Joy pursed her lips tightly, not saying a word, until I reached to grab the key from her. She grabbed my wrist, pulling me into her arms. Her slender arms wrapped around my waist. I struggled once. Joy held me tighter, looking up at her. Tears shimmered in her eyes. Her lash trembled faintly. Her hot breath brushed my ear. Don't choose them, choose me. Her voice suppressed, nearly breaking. Young master, choose me. I'm cleaner than them. Finally, I understood why the domineering female lead would fall for the proud male lead at first sight. I might not be a good person. Seeing Joy's vulnerable endurance, I only wanted to bully her more. When I was pulled into the hotel suite, Joy still held me tightly, caught in this romantic tug-of-war. As if unsure how things escalated to this point, I called out, young master. I raised my finger, pressing her lips, teasingly pushing harder. Why the frown? Joy, my friend, you chased off those 3. Pretty bold, huh? Saying you're better than them. Is it here or here? The sensation under my palm made my heart race. Her muscles tensed instantly. Before I could savor it, my wrist was gripped tightly by the embarrassed girl. Do you have to do this? Her dark eyes held a deep tidal desire, thicker than the night outside. Looking like a saint, I smiled, leaning in, kissing her delicate collarbone. Joy's fierce mask shattered to pieces, her breathing chaotic. chasing my lips with a kiss. Joy at 29 was always calm and strong, gentle and reserved. Joy at 19, on the other hand, was like a tireless calf, full of untamed energy. A little teasing and she was wildly excited, completely unskilled, only knowing passionate plunder. Clumsily, I looked up, kissing her taut jaw. Joy, my friend, who's the bad one here? She lowered her eyes, looking at me, not speaking, just working silently. Joy's mouth was so stubborn. Everything about her was stubborn. Stop talking. Joy angrily covered my eyes, her actions fierce, but her kisses carried devout longing. Suddenly losing sight, my hearing sharpened. I boldly teased, Joy, my friend, you sound so good. Fine now. My mouth was fiercely covered too. I fumbled for my phone 3 times. Joy treated it like a treasure, flipping me over till dawn. A knock on the door. Joy instinctively pulled the blanket, wrapping me tightly. You'll get the door. I know you're in there. You dare cheat on me, but not open the door. Serenity's furious voice. Every word carried into the room. Joy seemed to snap awake, her eyes bloodshot, awkwardly shifting from my face. Her fingers gripped the sheets tightly. Should I hide? The air was thick with a blush-inducing scent. Joy's back and chest covered in scratch marks, not to mention her torn lip. Like a little Volvka bullied to the extreme, still obediently lowering her head. For some reason, I didn't want anyone else to see her like this. Outside, Serenity's angry roars continued, mixed with the low soothing of rain. Such a hassle. I called Serenity's phone, crying loudly. Serenity's parents, she's pregnant with my cousin's child. I've been cuckolded. Hung up. Outside, phones rang incessantly. Serenity and Storm's panicked explanations into the phone. Gradually, the noise outside faded. The tears I forced out were gently wiped away by Joy, her brows arched into small hills. They betrayed you. Don't cry. It's not worth it. In novels, the male lead would say all sorts of sweet words, coaxing till hearts bloom. Joy wouldn't repeat herself, just these dry words. My teary eyes flirted, hoping she'd comfort me more. Joy was silent for a moment, as if making up her mind. Her tone serious. I will pretend this never happened. It won't affect your purity. Get lost. My flirty gaze was for the dogs. I took a deep breath. Joy, don't you have something to confess? In my second year of high school, I fell into the water. Who really saved me? In high school, Joy and I were at the same school. When she worked part-time, my parents paid extra for her to look after me. In cruder terms, Joy was my lackey. She didn't seem to care about others' mockery, always sharply calling me young master, dutifully following behind. Summer break in my second year, I went camping in the mountains with friends my age. Playing, I was swept away by a rapid river. When I woke up, Serenity and I were in the same hospital room. Everyone said Serenity risked her life to save me. I treated her as my savior, pampering her everywhere. At the same time, Joy quit her part-time job, transferred schools, and vanished. Until my past life, reading her diary, I learned the truth. The one who saved me was clearly Joy. That fool. I checked the hospital records from then. To save me, her legs were broken, her calves cut by rocks, blood deep to the bone. Dragging her injured body, she quietly disappeared from my world. In her diary, Joy didn't write why. Now questioned by me, she instinctively gripped the sheets. I don't know. Still pretending, I got angry, pulled her neck, bit the corner of her other lip. Savagely. Clear now. Her eyelids trembled. She lowered her voice, apologizing. It's getting late. I have to sell pancakes. I laughed in anger. I, the grand young master Jasper, am less important than a roadside pancake. Joy at 29 wasn't like this. Hearing me cough once on the phone, she'd end work immediately, rush back from abroad. No matter how busy, she'd remember to bring small gifts I like. When I looked for a job, she'd detour daily to drop me off and pick me up. Her assistant said for a big shot like President Joy, time was worth more than money. She said she couldn't love, but gave me all her most precious things. I was probably spoiled by Joy. Couldn't accept this gap from 10 years ago. Back home, everyone was their Storm, crying, kneeling. Please don't abandon me and Serenity's purity. I don't know why my cousin slandered me. Serenity coaxed him to stand. Her face full of anger. Jasper, stop being unreasonable. Our conflicts don't need to drag innocent people into it. He's your brother, not a servant. Why make him kneel and apologize? My mother heartbroken. Hub Storm comforting gently. My father immediately said he'd seek justice for him. I still couldn't understand. What gave Storm the right to hate our whole family like this? Just for one woman. If in my past life had just said he liked Serenity, I have happily let them be. But he didn't. Mouth obedient, heart plotting how to bring me and my parents to ruin. Not just deceiving me. Serenity grew more righteous. You went to the bar hiring models just to make me jealous, force me back to you. Can't you fix your young master temper? Besides me, who'd put up with you? If you can't stand it, cancel the engagement. Coldly tossing out the words, I went straight upstairs to my room. Serenity enraged left. At dinner, only me and Storm remained. His eyes swollen, forcing a smile. Jasper, Serenity really likes you. Treating her like this, she still doesn't think of canceling. That's because she's pathetic. I slowly scooped rice into my mouth. Cousin, that stuff you slipped in the hotel that night, share some with me. I knew early on, had spiked the sweet with aphrodisiacs. Otherwise, Joy wouldn't have lost control like that. Though her out-of-control look was adorable, Storm tried to argue. I cut him off with a smile. Give it to me, or I'll call the police. Storm couldn't even fake weakness. Shocked and scared Jasper. What are you trying to do? I sighed. I feel sorry for you, cousin. If Serenity's really pregnant with your kid, why worrying she won't marry you? In my past life, Serenity was pregnant. He and Serenity bankrupted our family business. He fantasized about becoming the Jasper family lord, but didn't expect without our fanless protection, his gentle care became worthless in Serenity's eyes. Serenity, obsessed, still wanted to marry me. On the wedding day, Storm rushed in with a fruit knife. In the chaos, I kindly pushed Serenity right into the blade. After a day and night of treatment, Serenity survived but became a vegetable. Though Storm screamed he meant to stab me, he couldn't avoid being jailed by Serenity's family. The child in Serenity's womb was lost, their only bloodline gone, but in his half-dead state, none of it mattered. Serenity's family realized too late. This was my revenge, but they found no evidence. Grinding their teeth, they spread word their son was a pure love warrior, taking a knife for his fiancée, a noble sacrifice. Only Joy that fool believed I was deeply in love with Serenity. Before dying, she hired a dozen bodyguards for me, bought properties abroad, quietly set up a top medical team to research reviving vegetables. In her will calm and distant, she told me I was free. Whatever life I chose, she'd support me. I ran back to my room, clutching her yellow diary. Tears fell on the back of my hand. Righteously, I called Joy my wife. They're all bullying me. I wanted to take Joy to the hospital for a checkup. 10 years from now, she'd die of stomach cancer. Everything was still in time, but Joy avoided me for half a month, like I was a man-eating flood. I had to corner her at the pancake stall. Joy's face was cold, nothing like that night's heat. I grinned, boss Joy. Add a sausage to eggs. The girl expressionless like a robot. Her hand trembled, burned by the hot griddle. It hurt her body, but pained my heart. Since Joy didn't know sweet words, I'd do it. She just needed to be the pampered female lead. I seized the chance, spewing cheesy lines. Joy's ears visibly reddened. I was about to tease her more, when laughter mocked from behind. A Porsche by the road lowered its window. Serenity bored propped her chin. Jasper had enough chaos these days. Think picking up some random girl will make me jealous. She glanced at Joy's back, her face dripping with sarcasm. And such a low-life woman at that. Come back and apologize to Sister Serenity. Be good, stop acting out. I grabbed the ketchup bottle, squirted it all over her face and hair. Lick it clean and I'll apologize. Serenity, prideful, covered in ketchup, gawked at by onlookers, stubbornly wiped the mess off, hurriedly raised the car window. The crowd grew larger. Joy pursed her lips, saying nothing, and left. I jogged after her, No matter how I called, she ignored me. To avoid me, she ducked into the bathroom. I followed. Joy's eyelids twitched. This is the women's restroom. Then follow me to the men's. She ignored my humor. Her voice icy. I won't go to the hospital with you. Your business isn't my concern. Heaven will handle it. Joy was silent for a few seconds, looking up, a faint smile in her eyes. That night was just a simple transaction. Don't overthink it. I suppressed the urge to hit her. Did you take my money or not? Or does Joy want to be sisters? She was speechless. Even her pale neck flushed. I was about to press further when footsteps sounded outside. Joy quickly pulled me into a stall. The stall was a bit dirty. I wrinkled my nose in disgust. Tugging Joy's sleeve, she glanced at me, her expression indifferent, but her hands honestly held my shoulders. Then she stepped on my shoes, her head brushing my chin, closing the distance. The faint woody scent on the girl dispelled the bathroom stench. In the quiet space, the sound of dripping water amplified endlessly, accompanied by a woman's whistle. Joy frowned, raised her hands to cover my ears. Go to the hospital, I mouthed. Joy ignored me, reaching down, clamping my hand, a commanding move. If I didn't go, she'd use force. A low, elegant moan escaped by my ear. Damn. The whistling outside stopped. Joy's stall door was knocked twice. Bro! Doing it in the bathroom in broad daylight that while. Under Joy's warning glare, I mischievously pressed my palm harder. The tight stall let out a feminine gasp from holding back. Even her arms showed tender green veins. Go or I'll make a scene here. She clenched her jaw, nodded stiffly. The outsider laughed. Plan succeeded. I pulled Joy out, but she shook me off. She averted her gaze in panic. You go out first. I glanced down. Joy, my friend, don't overdo it alone. Not good for your health. Her face darkened completely. Hey, teasing my wife is fun. To be safe, I booked a full checkup. Seeing the long list of tests, Joy resisted, frowning. Why so many tests? I couldn't say I feared her cancer. I gave her a flirty glance. As my woman, you need to stay healthy, Imnachi coldly retorted. Oh, Joy, my friend, you like that kind of bed sickness. Don't want me kissing you in the hospital. Then behave. Joy's eyes widened slightly, like she was scared. Walking down the hall, she suddenly stopped. Jasper, stopped talking so much. I lost patience, pushing her into a small room nearby, pressed her against the door, leaned down to kiss her, until the heartbeat under my palm grew frantic. Afraid she'd drop dead, I pulled back from her lips. She instinctively chased with her mouth, realizing what she did. Joy's face turned grim, raised her hand to cover my eyes, her palm trembling. Don't look. 19-year-old Joy's skin was thin as paper. One kiss and she was tamed. A day of tests, no more complaints. The results weren't great. Joy's stomach had over a dozen polyps. Their nature unclear. Only removal and pathology could tell. Any family history? The doctor asked. Both grandparents died of stomach cancer. Joy's eyes were vacant, lost in thought. The doctor's eyes showed pity. Remove them early, admit her. Joy was uncooperative. The second day in the hospital, she tried to escape. Caught red-handed by me. I was furious at her disregard for her body. Joy, if you keep abusing yourself, I won't like you anymore. Threw her instant noodles in the cabinet. Set a nutritious breakfast I brought on the table. When I put a spoon in her hand, Joy seemed to come to her senses. Her whole body bristled. Jasper, are you too confident? Who needs your liking? Joy at 29 was gentle and forgiving. Never used harsh words to attack. Patients are always fragile. I sighed inwardly, not planning to argue. Joy threw the spoon into the bowl. Hot broth splashed my hand, instantly reddening. Joy's face paled. She looked away, her tone stiff and cold. Young Master Jasper loves serving people. Why not apply as a hospital nurse? First time I heard Joy being snarky with me. My hand stung, but my chest felt worse, suffocating. I sneered. Joy, don't provoke me. You're deliberately picking a fight. She pulled out the noodles, pouring hot water, eating before they softened. I turned and left. At noon, the nurse called, saying Joy discharged herself. Didn't say where. Lunch she ate noodles again. I asked before leaving. Did she finish the breakfast I brought? Was it heated? She didn't and my heart ached more. Rather she ate hot noodles. Joy lived frugally. In my past life, the first time she brought me to an empty villa, I thought it was an unused property for hiding a lover. Later learned it was her home. The villa had 3 floors. Joy's share was just one, a guest bedroom without a balcony, and a small study. Her wardrobe held only a few clothes. The second and third floors were my game room, dressing room, music room, tea room, all filled with my things. Sometimes I felt embarrassed, asked Joy if I was too much. No self-awareness as a kept man. Joy, reading documents, paused, slowly removed her frameless glasses. Her dark eyes smiled gently. Young master, this is your home. Her low voice like seductive whispers. Being more excessive wouldn't be too much. Good wife. Why's her rebellious phase so long? Joy didn't return to school. I found her place from her roommate's address. Knocked, no answer. The door had a code lock. I entered my birthday and it opened. Joy wasn't home. The house was clean. Only black, white, gray decor, starkly simple. A familiar pink peeked from under the pillow. I pulled it out. Her diary as expected. Joy's diary at 19. Snooping isn't very ethical. So I sang while eagerly flipping and snapping photos. It was 99 like the one in my room. The only difference. In my past life in college, Joy and I had no contact, so she only occasionally scribbled a few lines. Saw the young master again. Heart beating so fast. Dreamed I was suffocating, about to burst. The latest page in this diary. Her writing shaky like waves. She wrote, I finally belong to the young master. Dated the night at the bar. I almost laughed. 10 years consistently repressed. By the bed. A safe looked out of place in this simple room. I entered the code blindfolded. Tears welled up seeing what was inside. A familiar black and white will. Parents gone. Since her teens, she worked to survive. Joy's tuition. How much she must have struggled to earn this. 1,200,000, her entire fortune. Like she left it all to me. Angry. I opened the letter left for me 7 p.m. I mean no harm. In high school, thanks to your parents' care. This money is my repayment. Do with it as you wish. Don't overthink. Dated last night. I suddenly realized these days I'd been happy. As long as the surgery succeeded, Joy could stay healthy by my side till old age. But 19-year-old Joy didn't know. Fear is human instinct. Shed fear like her grandparents with terminal illness. She wasn't the Joy of 10 years later, commanding the business world. I should have been more patient. Coaxed her a bit more. She was already suffering enough. I hated I couldn't fly to Joy's side. About to close the safe. My eyes caught the white bedsheet underneath. Looked twice. The sheet's label had a hotel logo. Joy took the hotel sheet home. I couldn't bear to look. Hurriedly locked the safe. Face burning, I fled the room. Little repressed pervert. During Joy's surgery prep days, I became the most diligent student, taking full notes every class. After sending them to Joy's dorm via her roommate, some guys couldn't hold back. Asked what Joy and I were. I smiled. I've had a crush on Joy for ages. Their jaws dropped. Could swallow an egg under my relentless brainwashing. The day Joy left the hospital and returned to school, almost everyone knew. School beauty Joy had a fervent suitor. 6 a.m. I stood under the girls' dorm. Joy, helpless. Jasper, what do you want? I looked up, brushing my teeth. She flinched. Her brows tightened. That mouth of yours. I leaned down, kissing her. Mint toothpaste scent. I teased her chest. Don't like it. Next time switch to lemon. Joy grabbed my hand. Ears bright red. Jasper, can you not be like this? Couldn't form a full sentence because I covered her mouth again. Joy's pathology results came. You're not sick, you'll be healthy. Is it so hard to admit you like me? I cried, aggrieved. Joy, frozen in place, stiffened. I sobbed, trembling. Don't cry. Joy pulled me into her arms. Her voice soft, sighing. Am not worthy of the young master. Am not a good person. With me you'll regret it. I lightly pinched her pale cheek. Dying under a peony. Even as a ghost, I'd be charming. Joy groaned softly, tightening her embrace. Expressionless. But her little sister greeted me. Joy, I haven't had breakfast. She took a deep breath, finally calming. Awkwardly said I'll buy it. Less than 10 minutes. She returned with hot breakfast. All my favorites. In a daze, I saw high school. Joy orbiting me, like Joy at 29, clearing all my troubles. A photo of me hugging Joy was posted on the forum. Some said I was twotiming, engaged to Serenity, while seducing school beauty Joy. Malicious comments didn't last long. Deleted by the system. I poked Zoc, Joy, you deleted them. They were nonsense. After relentless pestering, I successfully moved into Joy's place. Shockingly, she'd rather sleep in the living room, letting me have the bedroom. The forum got new posts. Explosive news, nothing to do with Jasper. Joy shamelessly harassed him. I handed her the tablet. Who's this benefactor posting? Joy uneasy closed the forum page. Don't look, it affects your mood. I could guess who did it. I smiled, pulling Joy into my arms. Afraid I'd fall, she instinctively held my shoulders. Ouch. How should I thank my great hero? I leaned closer. Joy closed her eyes, lips slightly pursed, ears reddening. I chuckled. Joy, my friend, proposing already. Realizing she was teased, she opened her eyes, embarrassed and angry, turned her face away. I laughed, rubbing her red ears, teasing till she burned hotter. Joy, my friend, so patient. I kissed her again. Endure a bit more. It'll give you a title. Want let? My little pervert finally lured escape. Elite marriages aren't easily undone, even with Storm before Serenity's parents adding fuel, saying I kept a mistress. Serenity's family had no intention of canceling, even said bad luck as long as I'd be their son-in-law. They'd give me absolute freedom. Plainly put, they coveted the Jasper family business behind me. Fine, I was dead set on canceling, no matter how fiercely Serenity reacted. At school, crowded with people, she grabbed my hand, face twisted. Just because we fought last time, I didn't coax you. You want to cancel? How can you treat me like this? I won't allow it. Serenity roughly pulled me toward her car. I was about to call the police. Joy suddenly pushed through the crowd, slapped Serenity's face. Serenity clutched her stinging cheek, letting go. Seeing my bruised wrist, Joy's eyes turned icy. She kicked Serenity's chest, pinning her down, punching wildly. When security arrived, Serenity's face was swollen like a pig's, collapsed on the ground, mouth full of blood. I grabbed Joy's hand, shaking it. The fury in her eyes slowly faded. Holding my hand, she couldn't hide her heartache. If not stopped, she'd probably have kicked Serenity twice more. At the police station soon after, Serenity's parents cried, rushing to their daughter. Storm came to with my parents. He bit his lip, quietly standing behind Serenity. Her family wanted to charge Joy with assault. My father was upset first. How is righteous bravery called assault? He smiled, holding Joy's hand. Young lady, another day I'll personally give you a banner, thanking you for saving my son. Joy opened her mouth to explain. I glared and she obediently shut up. Serenity's parents were silenced. I spoke loudly. Serenity dragging me in public. Was kidnapping illegal? Her family had to swallow their broken teeth. Hurriedly took their son to the hospital. Storm hesitated, then followed. My mother pulled me aside, glanced at Joy, questioned by my father. Whispered, is she the girl you forced that night? Even with my thick skin, I couldn't help but blush. Not forced, I coughed. Reborn. I immediately monitored Storm, his drug purchase order, and surveillance of him spiking. I sent to my parents. In my version, I was drugged, burning with desire. Accidentally took an innocent student's purity. Joy, don't you remember, Mom? You and Dad sponsored her college. My mother's face shifted. Our family only sponsors for primary and middle school students. College students aren't included. I nodded, numb. Another lie from my past life. Joy made up so I'd accept her inheritance. Fine, she's good. On the way back, I said nothing. Joy carried a medicine box, applying cream to my wrist, half kneeling before the sofa. It didn't hurt much, the redness nearly gone, but I stayed silent. Joy looked irritated. Seeing I still ignored her, she seemed aggrieved. Lowered her eyes. Sorry. Sorry for what? I lifted her chin. She didn't resist. As if afraid her head's weight would burden my fingers, she gently rested her chin on them. Hoarsely said I hit her too hard. Sorry, I was stunned. Realizing she meant Serenity, thinking I blamed her for hitting Serenity, I almost laughed. Joy, last time I'll say, I like you. Only you. You could beat Serenity to death, I wouldn't care. But if she dies, you'd pay with your life. Want me to be a widow for you again? Joy frowned. Huh? I pinched her cheek, annoyed. I don't care. Your life is mine. Without my permission. You can't ruin yourself. Joy's delicate features. Her cheeks soft. A few strands of hair by her lips. Swaying cutely with a playful charm. She gave up resisting. Helplessly looked at me. Got it. I rubbed her cheek. Good girl, I'll reward you tonight. Hinting. I glanced down, her ears flushed. She stressed suppressing desire. I'm not that lustful. Not thinking about that every day. She lowered her head, cooking in the kitchen. The apron tied tightly, tracing her beautiful waist. The kitchen door open, holding the spatula, grabbing soy sauce, then vinegar. Pacing back and forth before me, this little repressed pervert. I sent the private investigator's findings to my parents. Serenity's family had already fallen apart. Storm still sided with Serenity, not even calling back. With the drugging drummer, my father withdrew his affection for Storm. My mother cried. Finally seeing through Storm, asked what I'd do. I had the servants pack Storm's worthless stuff, send it to his school. His shoes and clothes sold off, turned to cash donated to poor mountain areas. Also cut off his allowance. Storm used to lavish spending. Couldn't last a week. With Serenity just discharged. They cornered me at my classroom. I held Joy's hand, signaled her not to act rashly. Storm, wary of a repeat, knelt again, sobbing loudly, begging me. It's all my fault. Please let me come home. I really can't bear to leave Uncle and Aunt. His eyes teary, hoping Serenity would save him again. But Serenity didn't glance at him, staring at me. Jasper, I told him to apologize to you. Let's get back together, don't cancel. Storm looked up incredulous. I pulled Joy back a step, avoiding bad luck, stung by my disdainful gaze. Serenity suddenly sneered, pointing at Joy. You like her. Don't be naive. You think she's sincere. You don't know how despicable this woman is. Joy's hand stiffened briefly. Serenity scanned the gawking classmates, raised her voice. Your school beauty took 300,000 from me. Promised to leave my fiancé, a money-grubbing woman capable of real love. Jasper, you're too naive. Many eyes turned to Joy, shock and disgust mixed. Joy didn't care. She was used to rolling in the mud, poor since childhood, barely eating meat. What dignity could she have? But before Jasper, she tried to keep some face. Even if not liked, she didn't want to be hated more. Back then, saving the young master from the water. Her legs broken by the riverbed. In pain, she fainted for a day, waking to news of her grandfather's critical condition. 300,000 for surgery. Serenity gave her. In exchange, Joy had to vanish from Jasper's life. The rescue never to be mentioned. Joy knew taking the money widened the gap with Jasper. She shouldn't hope anymore. She was despicable, shameless. After the college entrance exam, learning my aspirations, Joy came to the same school. No ulterior motive. Passing by was enough. A glance even better. The young master touching her. She nearly died. Holding back, not daring to move. Her heart wildly birthing uncontrollable desires. Craving to get closer. Fearing her thoughts exposed. Her unspeakable feelings. On her filthy, tattered soul bloomed eternal words. Until the boy beside her gripped her hand. Playfully pinched her ear. Joy, my friend. You're a fool, huh? Is this young master only worth 300,000? Joy looked like she faced a great enemy. I thought it was something big. Just this. Serenity, you're so stingy. I'm ashamed to have a fiancé like you. Ignoring Serenity's twisted expression, I pulled Joy from the crowd to a quiet hallway. Joy suddenly hugged me from behind, her chin lightly on my shoulder, her breath tickling my ear. Young master, her voice hoarse. I'm not a good person. I rolled my eyes. 2 lives. That line calloused my ears. So what, I asked, annoyed. I really liked the young master. Her words slow, tone forced but deeply serious. I clutched my racing heart. Not exactly a passionate confession, but my heart fluttered shamelessly. I knew that already, young master, her hoarse voice called, broken yet clinging. Unaware how alluring she was, she cautiously tested, her lips brushing my ear. Young master, I shivered, told her to stop calling. Call again tonight. Serenity was pregnant with Storm's child. Her parents wouldn't let him join the family. Like my past life, he tried to bankrupt the Jasper family to please them. But this life, I warned my parents early. As Storm stole company files, police were at Serenity's house arresting him, stealing trade secrets. Storm got 3 years. Serenity's family naturally didn't care. But with Serenity carrying his child, that assurance kept him decent in prison. Serenity came to me repeatedly begging to reconcile. My parents drove her away. She refused to acknowledge the baby. Depressed, she went street racing. The brakes tampered. Serenity and the car flipped off a cliff. She survived, but the baby was lost, losing the child's father's status. Serenity's family treated him like trash. Storm sent many letters to our house. Before reaching my parents, I had the servants toss them in the trash. Joy started a company, no longer selling roadside pancakes. I asked why. She said it smelled. So what? Her ears red and silent. At night while she showered, I shamelessly peeked at her diary. The girl in it was too honest. Smelling bad, she couldn't let the young master kiss her. I quietly put Joy's diary back, sniffed my nose. Oh no, Joy, my friend. I just burned some incense Storm gave me. Joy's body jolted. I stumbled into her arms, swiftly peeled off the bothersome towel, touched twice. Looked up. Joy, you hot. She swallowed twice. Her collarbones flushed, hands quietly supporting my shoulders. Her voice hoarse with heat. The sheet's dirty again. Joy changed it. I sat on the bed swinging my legs. Her gaze lowered, movements slowing. Finally, she tossed the sheet, slowly half-knelt by the bed. I raised my foot, touching her chest. She obediently held it, kissing intently. Her other hand pulled open the bedside drawer new box. Looked up, eyes shimmering at me. Feeling bad, young master, want another night. The little pervert full of dirty talk, face red, reciting her diary's inner thoughts, repeating over and over, knowing what I liked, deliberately biting my ear, calling softly, young master, like it. Kiss a bit more, okay? Bullied so badly. She wasn't mad, her dark eyes like a tamed puppy. No limits. Whatever the young master did was fine. So at sunrise, I held her hand, making a mess, smirking wickedly. Joy, my friend. The incense was fake, but your heated look is real. Her movements froze, like paused. She panicked, quickly covering my eyes. Don't look, her voice shy, nearly crying. I was about to soothe her fragile heart. Joy suddenly leaned down, kissing me, panting obsessively, claiming my lips. Young master, you know it's too late. I'm not a good person. Want to be with the young master forever. This confession I really liked. The end. Thanks, folks.